Hey all, sitting here waiting on my son to finish his wrestling practice. He'll be out here in a few minutes, and a thought kind of crossed my mind. I thought I'd put another little short snippet out there. You may have figured out by now, I like my little short snippets, 5, 10 minutes, and that I can get a point across. And besides, I see 2 hour videos out there, hour and a half videos, and maybe I'm a little ADD, I don't know, but I tend to not watch those, or if I do, they better be very thought-compelling, thought-provoking all the way through. But in any event, so my wife was kind of commenting on one of the videos that she watched, and she said it was kind of making her depressed. I had another buddy of mine that kind of gets depressed around some of the narratives that are out there and what's been going on, and my wife, she said, why don't you ever get upset? Don't you ever get depressed about this stuff? And I said, no, I don't. I'm happy. I love the leadership that our country has. I love the mass movement of people that are supporting our president behind what he's doing and what we are doing, because it's not just him. He can't do it by himself. I'm happy because they want us to get upset. They want us to get keyed and triggered. They want that negative energy. Again, remember and remind yourself, we're in a war between good and evil. Granted, there's other things behind it, but it's between good and evil. I'm not going to get upset. I don't get upset. I'm happy and I like what I'm seeing. And worst comes to worst, and someone comes knocking on my door, I'm prepared. I'm more than happy and more than comfortable and more than ready for anybody to come knocking on my door with the wrong, ill intent. I'm ready. And even when I'm out and about, I'm prepared. I'm not going to instigate anything. I'm not going to start anything, but I'm sure going to finish it. I'm a prepper by some degree, so I have access to the essentials if I lost power and all that good stuff. I'm very capable of taking care of myself and building and doing stuff. My wife's very capable of doing stuff. I'm happy with, how our kids are being raised. Now, granted, we've had bumps in the road. They're not perfect, and, life can't have its challenges. But the point is, I talk to friends of mine that get upset and get triggered by a lot of this, and I just don't. I'm not going to let it. It doesn't bother me. I've got money in the safe. I've got precious metals in the safe. I'm prepared, and I'm liking the leadership. I'm liking what people are trying to do. I'm optimistic. I continue to be optimistic, and I see no reason for any of you to not be optimistic if you've at least taken some measures. So I don't know. It was a little thought provoking. My wife asking me, why I don't ever get upset or get triggered by a lot of things. It's not to say I don't get upset and triggered, but for the most part, I'm very optimistic about a lot of different things that are going on. I see through the lies of the left. I see through the lies of the deep state, negative forces that are out there. I see through it all, and when you see through it, when you're awake, when your eyes are wide open to what's really going on, it doesn't bother you, because you're like, that's just bullshit. I'm sorry, it's bullshit. So in any event, the rest of it surrounding that narrative, you've heard me talk about before, so there's nothing new on that front. Obviously, I watched the rally Saturday night, loved it. I just love I love the way he communicates, and working with New Yorkers, working with people in the Northeast over the years, I really appreciate those kinds of people, because you know exactly where you stand. They tell you what they think. It's as simple as that, and that's what you want in leadership. I try to be that way as much as I can, and I appreciate that in other people. So in any event, just a quick something to put out there. Don't be don't be upset. Don't get triggered. Don't let them, because even the narratives they're putting out there that they know are lies, they know what they're saying is not true. They know you know it, but the end objective is still being accomplished, because they want you upset. They want you triggered. They want that negative energy being pushed. So don't let them do that. Remember the song back in the 80s, Don't Worry, Be Happy? That's the theme song. Don't worry, be happy. And if some of the things I mentioned you're not quite prepared for, I just suggest take advantage of the time and get prepared. So in any event, just wanted to put that out there. Certainly welcome any commentary, thoughts, feedback. I'll leave it at that. Talk soon, guys.